These are baby jade mystery snails. They look like snot. And then these this cluster right here are ram's horn snails, which are right there's are the two. And these are the jade mystery snails. They still look like crap with their shells peeling, but they're starting to get better. But yeah, I think there was at least 16 in here. And there is only 7 left in this nest. I don't know where they went or if the fish ate them. But this one, I don't know how many escaped from this hatch, because there's some on the outside. I don't know how long it'd take for all of them to come out, or even if any of them will make it from the fish. There's 5 neon tetras in this tank. Well, what time is it? Almost. It's time to feed the neon tetras now. I want to get bottom pellets for them. They like them better than flakes. They do like these flakes too, but they're not supposed to just have one source of food. And these ram's horn snails are mating again. There's more eggs back there on that grass looking stuff. I don't know its name anymore. And the jade mystery snails, they're cleaning each other. But yeah, these neon tetras are doing good. I haven't tested the water for anything. Everything, it's got algae growing. The tank seems healthy. The fish are doing good. But yeah, this tank seems to be doing good. I took all these Java ferns all out of the beta fish tank because he eats everything. And all these over here are all from clippings from the tall ones in the back, which these fish normally hid over here behind this sponge filter. But when I put these plants all over here, they all hang out in the plants now. But I just got to make sure I don't get overpopulated with the ram's horn snails, because I already took 8 clutches of eggs off of that grass stuff back there. Do you want to go see Blueberry's tank? Comment if you want to go see Blueberry's tank. Alright, let's go see Blueberry's tank. Now his tank is a lot more algae on it because I haven't been able to clean it. I don't want to mess with his nest. But this is Blueberry's tank. It's set up for Christmas. He's got a little tree and little green Grinch lights. Which, them lights are so bright you can't even see the face. But yeah. And that's Blueberry. Yeah, I like the way this tank looks. And all these plants on top are red rooting plants, which there was a lot more, but he's extremely angry against plants and he eats everything. But yeah, sometimes you can see he's got pink on him too. He's black, blue, and pink on his fins. But this is where his nest is. Underneath this leaf. But I don't know if you can see the pink on him or not. Can see it a little bit. But yeah, and there's 2 snails in this one. You probably won't be able to see because of that light. But that would be Shaggy. And oops. Rusty's back there. A little orange dot. As you can see, that log's turning green. The rocks are turning green because this light was too bright. That's why I put tape on it to tone it down a little bit. Anything... Well, he was aggressive towards the snails, but they're too big for him to eat, so he pecked at them a couple times, and then he just leaves them alone. He just attacks the plants now that float on top. But they keep their antennas in instead of putting them out like the other ones because he will attack those thinking they're food. But I thought about putting him in with the big tank with the neon tetras, but I think he would attack them because he can get really cranky. Like if I go to feed him or something and put my finger in the tank, he puffs up and wants to attack. But he builds his nest in this corner. I don't know, that light's probably too bright. If you can see the nest. Yep, there it is. See, he don't like my hand that close to the tank anyways. But you can see hints of pink in his... But yeah, there was a lot more plants in here besides just this one. Like them Java ferns were in here, and he wouldn't stop eating them. So, and these logs were supposed to have plants on them that were seeds and stuff, but as soon as they popped up, he ate them. So there's only a couple that went through and on the filter. And that snail back there's got one of the plants that aren't supposed to go underwater back there eating on it. There it goes. And now it's going to stay down there and die. Yeah, these make a great. The roots turn red when they start doing good. There's a couple in here that are doing good. But I have a fan to cool the tank because it overheats. There's no heater in this tank. It's just warm in the house. He is setting right at 78, I think. But yeah. Yeah, those are all Grinch lights. He likes them. As soon as they shut off, he gets upset. If I had a 25-gallon tank, I'd put him in with a bunch of different fish so he wouldn't be alone, because a 25 would be big enough for him to stay on his side and the other ones could hide if they needed to. But he likes his floating log. And then you can see the current of the water. He plays in here. I don't know if I can get him to puff up or not. No, he's not going to do it. He might do it if I get closer to his nest. Nope. He don't want to. They normally put their gills out when they're upset. Nope, he won't do it. They flare their gills and makes them look 3 times the size they are. But he only does it certain times. He doesn't do it all the time. There. He did it for a little bit, but I don't know if you could see. Nah, he won't do it. Yeah, see how the tank's all green and algae from the light being so bright and the rocks? But that means there's a good ecosystem. There's Shaggy. And now this is just a mystery snail. The other ones are jade mystery snails. They're the color of jade. But yeah, he's gotten a lot bigger. He was a lot smaller when we first got him. But we got the cheapest one because some of them can range between 15 and 30 bucks. Because they're bred for their fins and stuff to be even bigger than he is. But this tank's something like his natural habitat, which hardly move in water. plants, snails. But yeah, these were all supposed to have some kind of plants growing where the green stuff is. But there's only one left, and it's that bright green right there is the only plant that's left where he can't get it because it's inside these other plants. Something he pulled off and fell down. But he's checking his nest and making sure it's doing good, even though there's nothing in it. That's how you know when he's happy, that he builds his nest for his babies, but he doesn't have a female. Yeah, this is Blueberry's tank. All set up for Christmas. And this is Tigini's Christmas tree. And we have this all neat and the stuff. Pulls it out so he can lay on the Grinch. And there he is now. And this tree outside was our very first Christmas tree. We planted it, and it's a nice size now. Yeah, Tigini he is shy. But yeah. But for a while, this tank, I thought everything was going to die because the fish, because they wound up getting the ick disease, and they were really badly covered with it. I treated it for 5 days, and it finally went away. And I had this big light, which was actually too bright. So this one came off the 3-gallon tank, which was too big for it. Feed the fish. I feed them this. I want to get pellets that sink to the bottom, since the neon tetras are bottom feeders. I feed a little extra of this so it goes to the bottom so the snails can eat something. But yeah, this whole front of this tank was algae, which you can see I left a little piece around those eggs. But yeah, I use this feed, but it stinks. But yeah, that's the only thing I like about this big light, is it's blue. But this tank's doing good. And these snails, I don't know how many came out already, but they look like little balls of snot. There was another one next to it. but I took it out. Don't need 100 of them. But these ram horn snails came from the red root plants that are out in Blueberry's tank. You want to walk outside with me to see the tractor that's featured, which is my page picture? Or you just want to watch the fish? Ready for what? To have a fish sandwich? I don't think you'll get much. All right. Grab my sunglasses since it's bright out. And this is the one-eyed tractor. Because this side still needs a lot of work to fill in that giant hole. Looks like a dog. Yeah, these lights I like. And it's ready for snow. I got the rear light and the work light. I still have everything's on it for the sickle bar mower except the bar. But it's ready. I scraped the driveway already, leveled it out with it. This is a 1948 Ford 8N. The lights are new. The radiator's new. This bottom hose is new. I think I have to replace the top one because it seems to be low on antifreeze. And I just got this rim and tire fixed again, but I can still see it's majorly bent. The Taghini wants to come out and visit. Main thing he wants to do is eat grass. That's all he does when he comes out is eat grass. Tractor, it's a 1948. And eventually I'm going to get the engine put back in this truck and hopefully get it back on the road. But this is the other fender for the tractor, and this is the sickle bar. And this is the rim I'm working on for the neighbor. His tractor. Well, I got one finished, letting it get rained on a little bit to help get the paint off. But it's a good little tractor. I had I don't remember what year, D17 that I sold to go get this little thing. Still runs good. Everything's original when I got it except the radiator and starter, which I have the original starter. It just needs new brushes. I just wish the rear light, the red light, was the original because it would have been glass, not plastic. That's the only thing I don't like, is it's plastic and not glass. And these are our solar panels that run, that's charging 2 batteries. It charges that big one underneath and then the little one. And then I have an inverter. Now this cat don't care if his stomach feels bad or good. He just likes eating. He has an eating problem. He just likes eating everything he can find. He'll eat bugs, cobwebs, just anything he can find to stick in his mouth. But he was a stray that was dropped off, I think, right before Thanksgiving a couple years ago. It was like 18 degrees out and somebody threw him out of a vehicle when he was, I think, a little over 8 weeks old. And this is our outdoor polar bear lights. But there will be more videos. I gotta finish wiring up the headlight. I'll probably go do a live when I'm wiring in the lights. The tractor's positive ground, so that'll be another video. And whenever I get the engine ready for this thing, I'll do a video. But that engine still needs a power steering and a belt I want to get put on before I put it in. Right, Tiggy? Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for all the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.